All right, so this is a time lapse of me combing out Jeremiah's hair. It was very matted, very tangled. His hair is very thin and it gets super dry very easily, so it just clings together and just gets really matted super quickly if I let him wear it down or he goes plays outside or anything like that. It gets really matted up. So I'm separating it here. Um, I'm gonna break it into four pieces, and then just comb it out starting from the ends, working my way up, so that it doesn't hurt him or pull his hair from his scalp or break his hair. It's me sectioning it, and through the video, it kind of looks like I'm pulling on his hair as I'm brushing it. I think it's probably just because of the speed, but um, I usually try to just grab like a hold of the middle of his hair and then work my way from the bottom up so that he doesn't feel too much tension and me pulling at his scalp. So he's not in any pain. He's not hurting. His hair is super tangled, so it did take a lot of work, but he's not hurting. I believe there's a point in time during the video where he turns around and smiles and shows you guys he's in good spirits. But this is me working my way from the bottom on up. Grabbing the next section. It didn't take very long to comb his hair out, surprisingly. I thought it was going to take forever because of how tangled it was, but his hair, it detangles pretty easily. That's me just kind of working the tangles away from the front of his hair. I don't like to pull the tangles directly from his scalp, so I just kind of work them down and then brush them out. Just work my way from the bottom to prevent breakage and to prevent from hurting him. Just pull those little hairs back and then grab it and brush them on down. As you can see, it took no time at all to detangle this side, even with how matted it was. Before I started, I put some olive oil. I believe it's like a curl gel. I'll go ahead and read the bottle here in just a second, let you know exactly what it was. And as you see, we are done with that side. I like to comb through it a few times just to make sure there's no little snags or anything, and then go on to the next side, separate his hair. As you can see, it's very matted, very tangled. I just separate it into smaller pieces so it's easier to get those tangles apart. Make sure all the little hairs are separated so I don't pull them. All of these things are things that I learned from when my mom was doing my hair growing up, because honey, she did not do any of this. There is that smile. She just yanked them tangles out, and I don't want to put him through that. So we take it nice and easy, separate into small pieces, and work from our way from the bottom up. Took no time to detangle that piece. This is the bigger tangle here. When you're doing your kids' hair, just be patient with them. If they have a tablet or if you have games on your phone they can play with, just let them do that. Take your time. Both of you should be calm. Try to make it a bonding experience, This is something you're going to have to do anyway. So try to make it enjoyable for both you and your child. And as you can see, once again, just working my way from the bottom. This is very important because it just helps with the breakage. It helps him not feel any pain. Me personally, I feel like it helps me get the tangles out a lot easier instead of trying to pull them from the top all the way down. As you see, just pulling those tangles back. I switched brushes, excuse me, so that I could pull the his little baby hairs back without snagging them because they were tangled too. Here's my husband. Hey. I realized it was gonna take a little while to get that one out as a whole piece, so I went ahead and broke it down into two sections. He had a lot of tangles closer to his scalp right here in the middle of his head. Probably because of him sleeping. He sleeps right there on the back of his head. So this little section, did hurt him a little bit because of all of the tangles that were so close to his scalp. I couldn't help but to snag a few of them. And working my way once again from the bottom up. And there we are. There was a few stubborn tangles I had to just go ahead and be a little tough on, but they're out now. And then this is our last section. And for the last time, we started from the bottom and work our way up. As you see, it hurts him a lot more when I just brush it straight down instead of holding the middle of the piece of hair and then combing it, so that most of that tension is stopped with me holding that middle piece of the hair. But there we are. We've got all those tangles right on out. We are looking good and smooth. And there you have it. Disregard all the hair in my brush. I will get that in a second. Mind your business. Yeah, that's his face from the hair. And there we go. We are all tangle free. And you can see his hair is super long. There's Angel. Hey, my green-eyed monster. And there's Happy Jeremiah with his freshly brushed hair all the way down his back. That's everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was as satisfying for you as it was for me, seeing all those tangles come out of his hair. And hopefully the tips that I gave you can help you with your kids or even with your own hair. But all right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Peace. And this here is the product I mentioned that I used in his hair.